How's everybody doing? I hope everybody day going well. I'm feeling refreshed, feeling brand new, skin getting a little bit better. So it's been a pretty awesome day, pretty awesome start to the day and things like that. So there has been a hot topic that's going around lately, and everybody's pretty much just talking about it. Natalee B. For those of you that don't know who Natalee B is, she is a social media influencer and a gym social media influencer at that. Recently, she's going viral for having a women's only gym, whereas a few years ago, as little as 4, maybe 5 years ago, she has stated that the women's gym would not only be like a women's only gym, but it'll be for trans women too. It'll be for transgender women and biological women. So basically combining it into an all women's gym. And fast forward to now, she's pretty much saying that no, it's just gonna be a biological women gym. That's it. That's all. And actually, it's not that's it. That's all. Because she recently apologized for or tried to explain, why she felt the way she felt. So let's get into it. And shout out to Pink News. If you want to learn more about them or whatever, and you want to know where I got the video from, it will be in the description. So let's get it going. And she lives in UK too, which is good. But anyway, let's get it going.
As a single-sex space for biological women.
The fitness influencer has doubled down on her decision to ban trans women from her women-only gym. The influencer, known as Natalee B Fitness, announced plans to open the Girls Spot in London back in 2021 with a mission to tackle gym harassment, intimidation and sexual harassment that women face. She created a GoFundMe to crowdfund for the space, amassing over £20,000 in donations. At the time, when asked about trans women accessing the gym, Natalee was quick to respond.
Of course, trans women are welcome at my women's only gym. I don't see trans women as trans women. I see trans women as women. And if you identify as a woman, then you're, of course, welcome.
She reinforced her stance with a tweet stating, "Trans women are women and also a minority that need to be protected." However, Natalee recently made a U-turn on her decision to be trans inclusive. In a video posted to X on Sunday, March 9th, she said,
"My women's only gym will be operating as a single-sex space for biological women. We are focusing on self-defense classes as well as workshops and activations around PCOS and training on your menstrual cycle, all of which occur to biological women."
This statement caused a wave of online backlash, and some even asked for refunds from the funds donated.
All right, so there's that. That's what's been going on. So first things first, she should have never said she was going to open up an all women's gym, including trans women, because she's not paying the price. Well, I wouldn't say she's paying the price for it, but she's just getting a lot of backlash for it. And second of all, the crowdfunding money, the money that she made from crowdfunding, she should return the money to the people that she got it from. Those that's trans and they have a problem with her having an all women's gym, an all biological women's gym, they should get their money back from her. She should return that money back and just continue to have an all women's gym, an all biological women's gym. And honestly, I understand why she wants it. I understand why she wants an all biological women gym. It makes sense. Like everything she explained, it does make sense. But it still doesn't make it right that I'm holding her accountable. I'm holding her really, really accountable for even saying in the first place that it's gonna be an all inclusive gym with trans women and biological women. But knowing, damn well that you didn't want that in the first place. You just going with the crowd. You just going with what was hot at the time and what would make people feel good. If this was your true intention, you could have just came out and said it years ago. And because I'm quite sure she would have still got the support that she is currently getting now. yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't see a problem with it. It shouldn't be a big deal. And shout out to Pink News once again. Shout out to y'all. Again, I will link the description. I will link the link to the video in the description. It will be there for y'all to see and all that. So yeah, it's just crazy like how these trans people are going crazy online because this woman wants an all women's gym, an all biological women gym. And you see, honestly, this is a case of the trans people thinking about themselves again. Instead of being understanding, they thinking about themselves again. Now, I'm not excusing what Natalee B did. What she did was wrong. But again, it doesn't help the fact that you got a lot of transgender people running around and saying, oh, she's a bigot, she's this, these, that. See, that's the problem. Y'all think about yourselves. You trans people, you trans folks, y'all think about yourselves way too much. Everything is a victim mentality. Oh, we get discriminated. We get this. We get that. And we shouldn't have to feel like this and that and the other. Well, can you imagine what a lot of biological women go through every day? Can you imagine what they go through every day? Or you think you know what they go through every day? Because it's a difference between biological women and trans women. It's a big difference. Like, most of the time, biological women, they got to worry about men coming up to them, trying to talk to them, trying to put pills in their drinks. And not saying that every man does that, but that's just something they have to worry about because generally they are women. They have to protect themselves. So women have this sixth sense of knowing, like, okay, this guy's okay. This guy, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on him. They have that sixth sense, and they have to because they are biological women. Whereas transgender women, they transition from being male to female, and they have different struggles, but not the same struggles as biological women. See, the trans women struggle. They struggle is more like getting called the F word, or getting called like homophobic slurs and things like that. And another thing they have to deal with is not being recognized as female, well, looking like the women, looking like the biological women. So they have a problem with that. They have that issue, and they have that issue being called homophobic slurs, transphobic slurs, and things like that. But in this case, like, I don't think the woman is transphobic. She's not transphobic because her reason, Natalee B's reason for having a all women's gym is reasonable. It's understandable. Like I said, trans women and biological women, they got two different struggles. Their struggles are not the same. It will never be the same, no matter how they try to piece it. And I want to show you why I said what I just said. I want to show you a video why I said what I just said.
Bring the noise, Natalie.
Baby, you didn't like the trans community in the beginning, and you didn't like the trans community in the end. The only problem is now we can see it. Like I said, you knew the trans community would help you because it was popular in that moment. Everybody was supporting the trans community when you decided to speak up and be like, yes, trans women are involved in this. Yes, trans women are invited into my space. It's a safe space for all women. Now fast forward to 2025, and now everybody has a problem with the trans community, and you decide to come out and say, well, by the way, you guys aren't invited. You open the door for discrimination, and I can't stand that because you are black. We get discriminated against the most, specifically black women. If you knew that you didn't like trans women, specifically they didn't fall in line with your ideology, you should have said from the beginning, this is not a safe space for trans women. You still would.
Now, the only point I do agree with him on is that she should have never opened the door to say, hey, trans women could come into my gym also. They are just as much as a woman as biological women. She should never said that. So that part I agree on. That's on her. like I said before, she should give the money back to the people that she got it from crowdfunding and things like that. But this is why I said with the community, with the LGBT community, they make it, not everybody in the LGBT community is like that, but the ones that's chronically online, they just think about themselves. They don't think about, see, it's too many. Okay, I'm not even gonna make this about the trans community. I'm not even gonna make this about the gay community. I'm not gonna make this about any. It's too many people in the world that are selfish. Too many people in the world that's selfish. They think about themselves. They don't even try to put themselves in other people's shoes to see where they come from. Like, this is a general thing. This is a general thing, a general topic that I'm talking about. You can apply that to all aspects of life. All aspects of life, the things I'm talking about, you can apply that to everyone. And it's just, it's sad. It's very, very sad that, like, it's a lot of people that move like that. No empathy. And, specifically with the transgender community, they talk about respect. But y'all don't give that same respect back to other people, or what you call them, cisgender people. People that's not trying to do what y'all do, which is transition. Y'all don't show them respect. Y'all can't even stop calling regular people cisgender because y'all think it is the right way to go about things. But you want to be called a woman, something that you will never be, but you want to be called a woman. You want people to drop the trans and just call you a woman. That's insane. You are a trans woman, but you're not a woman. Stop trying to make things equal when it will never be equal. Stop it. Just stop it. So, yeah, it's just insane what I'm hearing from the trans community. It's just insane what I heard from this gay guy right here. It's insane from what I heard from him. So, I don't really have too much to say about it because I don't want to make this video even longer, ranting and talking about the same thing when I already said what I have to say. So, just tell me what y'all think, because me personally, I'm not feeling it. And Natalee B, as far as what she goes, like, she's not completely right, but she ain't completely wrong either. I understand her talking points, where she's coming from. I'm not a woman, but I understand what she means and where she comes from. So there's that. Yeah. So tell me what y'all think in the comments below. And all right.